Is OpenAI's GPT-5.2 model citing Grokipedia? Apple is planning to reveal its Gemini-powered Siri in February. And U.S. Congress members are calling for a thorough review of EA's $55 billion sale. It's Monday, January 26th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. OpenAI may have called GPT-5.2 its most advanced frontier model for professional work, but tests conducted by The Guardian cast doubt on its credibility. According to the report, OpenAI's GPT-5.2 model cited Grokipedia, the online encyclopedia powered by xAI, when it came to specific but controversial topics related to Iran or the Holocaust. As seen in The Guardian's report, ChatGPT used Grokipedia as a source for claims about the Iranian government being tied to telecommunications company MTN Irancell, and questions related to Richard Evans, a British historian who served as an expert witness during a libel trial for Holocaust denier David Irving. However, The Guardian noted ChatGPT did not use Grokipedia when it came to a prompt asking about media bias against Donald Trump and other controversial topics. OpenAI released the GPT 5.2 model in December to better perform at professional use, like creating spreadsheets or handling complex tasks. Grokipedia preceded GPT 5.2's release but ran into some controversy when it was seen including citations to neo-Nazi forums. A study done by U.S. researchers also showed that the AI-generated encyclopedia cited questionable and problematic sources. In response to the Guardian report, OpenAI told the outlet that its GPT 5.2 model searches the web for a broad range of publicly available sources and viewpoints, but applies safety filters to reduce the risk of surfacing links associated with high-severity harms. A new and improved Siri may finally make an appearance, but this time it could be with a Google Gemini glow-up. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple wants to announce a new Siri in the second half of February that will show off the results of its recently announced partnership with Google and offer demonstrations of the Gemini-powered capabilities. After the reveal, Gurman reported that the new Siri will make its way to iOS 26.4, which is also slated to enter beta testing in February before its public release in March or early April. Apple has been meaning to launch its next-gen Siri ever since its announcement at WWDC 2024. But now we know that this Gemini-powered Siri will behave more like an AI chatbot, similar to OpenAI's ChatGPT, thanks to another Bloomberg report from last week. Following the reported demo that's scheduled for late February, Gurman said Apple will have a grand reveal of the new Siri, which is currently codenamed Campos, at its annual developer conference in the summer. After that, the latest Siri and the accompanying Gemini-powered Apple Intelligence features are expected to arrive with iOS 27, iPad OS 27, and Mac OS 27, which are expected to be available as beta releases in the summer. Before Electronic Arts goes private in a groundbreaking sale, some U.S. lawmakers are pleading for some federal oversight. Democratic members of the U.S. Congress, as part of the Congressional Labor Caucus, penned a letter asking the Federal Trade Commission to thoroughly review the $55 billion acquisition of EA. EA confirmed the sale to the Public Investment Fund, or the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Saudi Arabia, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners in September. But the deal is expected to close in the first quarter of 2027. Before the official change of ownership, the 46 House Democrats who signed the letter to the FTC are calling for more scrutiny into the impacts of the deal. The letter noted some of the most consequential effects, including the worsening of an unstable industry, the potential for more layoffs and increased market dominance for EA. The letter already earned support from the Communication Workers of America Union, who also supported a petition from the United Video Games Union. As spotted by Eurogamer, the petition calls on regulators and elected officials to scrutinize this deal and ensure that any path forward protects jobs and preserves creative freedom. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism exclusively from Jackson Chen, and it was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more tech news from Engadget.